The following video contains loud sounds and/or audio themes which may be considered unsuitable for younger viewers. Viewers' discretion is advised.
This is an important meeting for TTS 1200 Entertainment Incorporated, so to start, let's have a roll call.
Microsoft SAM. Microsoft SAM X, also known as Natural Microsoft SAM.
Microsoft Mic. Microsoft Mic Z, also known as Natural Microsoft Mic.
Microsoft Mary. Microsoft Mary Y, also known as Natural Microsoft Mary.
Microsoft Anna.
Microsoft Zira.
Microsoft David.
Microsoft Freddy.
Microsoft Brutus.
Michael Lernout.
Michelle Homsky.
Microsoft Eva.
Microsoft Mark.
Scotty V3, also known as Radar Over Zero Scotty.
Jimmy Doors.
Hank O'Hare.
JS3. Wally Warner.
Harvey
Zilf. Sidney Sternberg.
Ewan Glover. Andy Jenkins.
David, at your service.
Emma. Alyssa.
I'm RJ. Now, with everyone here, I brought you to this meeting because a very important event has prompted this meeting. In Hades, Satan and his underlings are developing a plan to bring Microsoft Sam back to the way he was, a control freak. But don't worry. When those intruders come, we have superpowers at the ready, not to mention an extra studio security to protect us against this threat. But be careful though. The evil forces are incredibly smart. They can even disable alarms if they want, and even security systems. So the best we can do is rely on divine intervention and our own powers to defend ourselves. And now, with this meeting out of the way, on with the video. Let's get on with the LT bloopers.
Sinister Plan Pictures presents a Bad Sign production.
Hey guys, I'm sensing a darker, sinister plot that I've ever felt before, and it's even worse than the previous encounters we've had.
I feel it too. The worst part is, our security alarms are disabled. Why those sneaky devils from below? Well, there's not much we can do about it now. Here they come. Uh-oh, it's the McEvils.
That's right, Alyssa. And this time, we take no prisoners.
And guess what? We didn't come alone.
Well, isn't this just great? It's Volcanic Ash, and the chairman of Hades is with her.
We meet again, RJ and friends.
So what brings all of you back here again?
Our king and queen are extremely ticked off at all of you because you wouldn't let Microsoft Sam revert back to his control freak tendencies, and Anna, being a meddler she is, cured him of his delusions of bosshood.
Now hold on there, you dealers of destruction. Decided that for a reason. Sam was about to start another court case in the studio. Not to mention we already had one last year. Not to mention you put a bad case of that control freak potion into Sam's brain and made him flip out. Good thing he didn't flip out as bad as he did last time, because otherwise we would have had worse problems than this.
That's scandalous. And what about evil Sam and evil Alyssa? Our masters are still extremely furious that you took them down with your powers, especially with help from the meddlers from on high, and thanks to you and those meddlers, they are permanently destroyed.
For your information, Chairman, we destroyed Evil Sam and Evil Alyssa because they vandalized our swimming pool during the Season 1 finale of David's text-to-speech elimination. And there's nothing you can do about it. They are gone forever.
Microsoft Anna, our masters want you.
They want me, but they can't have me. Ha 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 ha.
She's right, you greedy soul grabbers. Why do you evil beings insist on claiming souls, especially without conclusive proof of guilt? This has been going on for 3 years now.
Either way, you will never succeed, and we demand you leave RJ and his friends alone and darken these doors no more.
That really ticks us off. By rights we should zap you for this, but we won't. Instead, we call upon you, Master.
Yikes, it's the Prince of Darkness himself.
And he looks even scarier than the last time we met.
What do you want from us this time, Satan?
It's not about what I want, but it's who I want. I demand custody of Microsoft Anna, and I also demand that Microsoft Sam be reverted to the way he was.
How many times must we tell you, Satan, you don't claim souls without my approval?
For many years I've watched my underlings constantly lose in a battle against you. But no more. I'm officially declaring this place off limits to you, until further notice.
Wait, what? Oh no, not again.
Did the hand of the Almighty just vanish? Yes, it did.
You won't get away with this.
Scandalous, scandalous, and scandalous. Lucifer and Lucretia, take Hannah into your custody, now.
At your command, Master.
And now, Microsoft Sam, you are under my control.
Yes, Master.
Excellent. It works.
He's all yours, Dark Emperor. Meanwhile, we're heading back to Outer Realm to initiate Anna into one of us.
At the sound of thunder, you are the new boss in this studio.
The studio is now Microsoft Sam 1200 Entertainment Inc.
I only have one more task for you, Sam. Fire Scotty and everyone else from the studio, and ban them from it.
With pleasure.
Now that I have what I wanted, my work here is done and this place will no longer be off limits to those members, until we meet again.
The studio is now mine. All mine.
And that's the story. Officer Pamela. Microsoft Sam has been hypnotized by the Prince of Darkness. Sam fired us from the studio, and evicted us from it, and claiming the studio is his, knowing that he has no evidence that he owns this studio.
Oh no, something tells me I've seen this movie before. But one question though, has Sam gone crazy like that in the past? This is to determine what is helpful for Sam, should he have control freak tendencies like that again. But also, there may be cases of Microsoft Sam's disease spreading around the city. Does that have anything to do with the rise in cases?
Well, yes and no. Yes, because Sam has been infected with that disease, which makes him think he should be the owner of the studio. And no, because no one else in the studio, except Sam, has a disease. So the dark forces may have had something to do with Sam going berserk.
Exactly. In fact, just 2 days ago, Electra Shocker and Rowena Stoker menaced us, and they said, and I quote, "Once our master's plan is in progress, you will say goodbye to the Microsoft Sam you knew and loved." But this time, forever. Right after that, they vanished without a trace.
And I thought Sam's control freak tendencies were removed permanently, especially after that incident.
I'll tell you what, while we go back to the studio to try and reason with Sam, talk to Judge Lawrence of the TTS courthouse, as well as the TTS Supreme Court, and see if we can eliminate all remaining stocks of control freak potions and get them banned from here.
Well. If it isn't RJ and friends, the ban violators who I specifically banned from my studio. Don't you realize I am acting under orders of my master? Moreover, you are in violation of your ban, so I'm summoning my master and his minions to take all of you down.
This is not like you, Sam. Are you seriously trying to overthrow the studio and turn it into a devilish regime?
What else do you think? With Microsoft Anna in Satan's kingdom, that's one less person to worry about. Now, for the rest of you. Don't try to escape, or my master and his minions will come to get you for all eternity.
I hate to do this to you, Sam, but this is for your own good.
Who? What? Where am I?
Sorry I had to do that to you, Sam, but you were acting way out of control, more than you ever did for the first time in 2 years, let alone 2 days ago.
Thanks for rescuing me from that cage, Mary. By the way, where is Anna?
You're welcome, Sam. And as for your question, Lucifer and Lucretia took her in response to Satan finding out that you were no longer a control freak, despite you being cured from your delusions of bosshood.
You shouldn't worry, Sam. On the behalf of all of us at TTS 1200 Entertainment Incorporated, all is forgiven. But we have a bigger problem in our hands. We still have to find a way to rescue Microsoft Anna.
I just found a note that flew in here, and it's from Hades. It says, "To whom it may concern, we have taken Anna with us, in response to Microsoft Sam no longer acting like a control freak. We know you're the ones who reverted Sam back to his soft ways, but we have this warning. Unless all of you in the studio surrender to me, Microsoft Anna will be imprisoned, and Microsoft Sam will remain a control freak. Forever. Try and stop me, if you dare. From Satan."
I don't get it. Why are the dark forces always tormenting us, knowing the fact that they don't have any conclusive proof of guilt against us to back up their claims?
It beats me, Mary. Why? They always think they can overpower the Almighty, but the truth is, they can't.
Exactly. They always make unfounded claims against us, but what they don't know is all their claims are inadmissible hearsay, and not fact.
So typical of these evil beings, always threatening world destruction, causing chaos when they don't get their way.
This could be the most challenging battle yet.
I agree. None of the Marvel DC battles didn't end like this, I think.
Be brave, Michael, and let's hope that we can win the war and rescue Microsoft Anna in the process.
Meanwhile, in Hades. Now, Anna, since we brought you here, you will do exactly as we ask.
I'm still bruised from the hard landing, and I can hardly move with Lucifer on top of me. Why am I here?
Very simple, Anna. We brought you here so that we can initiate you into our legions.
Won't that make my evil twin jealous?
Not at all. She'll be glad to have you as our minion. Has Sam really reverted to his bossy self? Is Anna fated to fall under the spell of the dark forces? And if so, can the Almighty and his angels help put things right before all is lost? Find out in the next episode of TTS Productions 1200 Stealth G Bloopers.